everyone, a little bit different today. Laptop is not working, so we're going to try the cell phone thing and see how it goes. It might be a little easier, and it might can keep them up better too. Forgot about this thing. So, this is going to be, I already have a beautiful baby in need of attention. You want to say hello? Oh, Lord. Ignore my wet hair. Just got off of work. Can you tell? He's needing of attention. Go play. But I was super excited. I got some new products to try, and I'm so beyond excited. I'm just going to do a haul / try on, and then, you know, light makeup look today. So, let's get started. I don't even know what to do, y'all. Okay. So, we'll go through the products first, I guess, and then we'll do that. Excuse me. So I got another Real Technique sponge. I forget my camera's right here now. I have another Real Technique sponge. These have turned out to be my favorite. I really like the application that this does my foundation. However, I really wish I don't like the sponge. I'd rather do it this with a brush, but at the same time, this, you know, looks better. So anyway, but my sponge, it's about I forget. It is about had enough, or needs a cleaning or something. I don't know how that happens. Does anybody else's sponges do that? I don't know. I don't understand because I just do this. Anyway, so I got my new sponge. I got the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the original. I've got to remember my camera's in a different spot now. And I haven't tried it. I did swatch it on my hand last night, but I've not used it ever at all, so I'm late to the game. So I got 2 concealers to try. I've been looking for a good concealer, and the latest one I got was the Age Rewind Eraser Mascara Concealer. It's alright. It's a really good concealer. I don't like how messy all this gets. I just end up making a mess, or I feel like I don't add enough, and then when I get too much, I just make a mess with it. Even though you don't waste any product, which is nice, but I don't know. Unless I thought about taking the sponge off and directly twisting it on the sponge, but I really like how the doe foot applicators, like the Shape Tape. I got this Shape Tape, and I have barely even used it, and it's just maybe halfway, but I don't care for it, actually. I really don't. Smash it. See, my favorite higher end right now is the Smashbox one. I love this one, and I love their foundation too. That's what I'll be wearing on like special occasions. But anyway, I like the doe foot applicators. Aren't my favorite, so I wanted to find one that was a doe foot applicator, and I got 2 of them because I couldn't really decide, and I've heard mixed things about one, and then I've heard good things about the other. I don't know. I got both to try. We'll see what happens. But they're both doe foot applicators. One is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I got the shade Eggshell 325. My camera's over here now. See, I don't know how this phone thing is gonna work because it ain't gonna change. I don't think. Is it? I don't know. And then I also got the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade L100 Fair Porcelain. See it right there. Well, no. Maybe. I don't know. But I've heard a lot of good things about the CoverGirl one. This one is kind of mixed. Some people really like it, some people don't. But I don't know. I'm really weird. Like, a lot of people are weird about matching, and I'm not really necessarily weird about matching, but I do like it sometimes. And this is my favorite foundation forever, so it'd be cool. I don't know. For some reason, I wanted to try this because it would match. I don't know. Maybe I am weird about matching. But anyway, so I got both. We're going to put one on one eye, one on the other, and see what happens. And then probably, and if surely one of them's going to work out. And that's probably, hopefully, going to be my repurchased drugstore concealer. I just had a thought. Would y'all want to see a, like, favorites from the drugstore, favorites from the higher end, of course it's not like high end, like not luxury prices, but like, you know, the higher end of Ulta? Let me know. So anyway, hopefully one of those will work out. I've been wanting to do, I love this loose powder, but I really want something more compact. I want something easier to work with and travel. And I've got this little palette, and I've tried using that as an under eye, which is really nice, especially for like traveling or in a hurry. However, obviously this is a little yellow, so it's a little, the color's a little funky, but I've been really liking how it turns out and how easy it is and not so messy, especially when I'm in a hurry. And I also had gotten the Cover FX, and it has the finishing powder in it. And see, I love it. See, I can do my whole face with that, and I just travel with it. I don't know how. I rearranged my drawer, and that thing has fell off. And the thing is, I don't even see it in this drawer, and I haven't dropped it anywhere. It comes out and it sits on my table and it goes back in the drawer. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I wanted to find a finishing powder, but that was pressed instead of a loose powder. And so Tati likes the CoverGirl Age one, and so I was trying to look for that one to try. And then when I did find it, but I ended up going with this CoverGirl one instead of going with the it's not Age Rewind, Age Defying one, I think is what it's called. I went with this one, which I think is a newer product, which is the CoverGirl True Blend powder. And it's in the shade Translucent Fair. It's got a teeny tiny little mirror in it, which I don't understand. Look, there you are. If you're going to put a mirror in it, why wouldn't you just fill it up? Or maybe because it's kind of domed, I don't know. But there it is. Hadn't even taken it out yet. So hopefully that works nice. And the last thing I got is the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. I was curious about a dewy setting spray, since I have dry skin and trying to make all your powders blend together and everything not look so dry. But I hadn't ever tried one yet, but I had been hearing a lot of positive things about the Milani setting sprays, and I was going to grab one, and they didn't have the original. They had the matte one, but I do not need matte, but they didn't have the original, so I got the dewy one to try. I did end up spraying my makeup with it yesterday, and I will say I did really like the sprayer. See, the one I've been on lately is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible one. And the sprayer's okay, but it's still a little chunky, if that makes sense. A little spritzy. Where this is a very fine mist, like the Urban Decay All Nighter. So I really like the mister on this. It has a very fine mist, and it's not splattery, and it doesn't have a strong smell like this one and the Wet n Wild one does. So if you can spend the extra and it's also, this one's actually cheaper than this one. Of course, I think you get less product. Yeah. So in the Milani one, you get 2.03 fluid ounces, and it's like $10, $8, something like that. The L'Oreal Paris one is 3.4 fluid ounces and is about $16, $17. So pick your poison. Of course, I know the original, I seen online at Ulta, and the original, they have a bigger bottle too. So of course it's probably going to be about like this, and maybe a little cheaper, but I really like the spray so far, and it seemed to do a good job. But we're going to try it out again today. I will say mine that I ended up getting was full of liquid, and it's broken. I think mine's just broken. It's not their fault, and it was full of the liquid, but it's not their fault. I don't know if somebody dropped it or threw it, or if it got crushed in shipping or whatever, but mine is broken, but make it work for to get a, you know, and make it work. So, okay, 10 minutes in, no makeup on, so that's great. But anyway, we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in the original Universal Sheer thing. Of course, everyone has now tried this but me, but here it is, and then I like it's very travel friendly. It's about the same size as, a little smaller, this compact powder, so that's nice. And it's literally like a little putty. I touched it yesterday because I was curious what it would feel like, and it felt like a putty, but it like seems to like melt in your fingers and comes out creamy. I was just curious what it would feel like, I guess. I don't even know what to do. They did just come out with, I believe, a matte and dewy version, or hydrating version. And I am very dry skin, so I definitely don't need the matte one. However, I have tried dewy primers before, and between that and my moisturizer, I just feel like it's too much because my makeup just kind of, it's just sliding everywhere and a mess, and that's not good. So I just started sticking with my moisturizer and everything, trusting it does its job, and then I'm going to start using regular, not matte, but not dewy, just plain old. I think I'm going to do a little pore filling. Past that, that's about it. I really like to press it right here and all them little pores. Alright, and there you go. See, last your lifetime. Look at that. Cute. I'm feeling it. Feels good on my face. It's drying up really quickly, or absorbing really quickly. I'm liking this. I'm really liking it. We'll see what it looks like. We will see what it looks like. Y'all, I can't talk, but I really want to try this makeup on. So, after everything is finished, so now I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Paris Infallible in the shade Ivory, which is 410. Reading it backwards, but I like to take a pump of it on each side, and then half a pump on my, going down my neck. Oh, make sure I'm getting that nose crease. Of course, sometimes if I go a little light, I'll do like half on each side, and I guess I should have done that today because I'm not doing anything, but oh well, you know. Look at that. See, I already matched, like, and see, this matches. Ain't it crazy? Which is so funny. Everyone's like, this is too light. This is, you know, it's not a good shade for you. But the thing is, once you get it on, it, see, like, because I didn't even put anything on my neck and it matches. It's just my face has so much freckles and a little bit of sun damage and so much redness. Not from anything wrong with it. It's just red. It doesn't like to be touched. It don't like to be bothered. It's just very red and textury looking. And see, once you put it on, blend it out in the middle here. See, because I didn't even put anything on my neck, and then my face matches my neck and the rest of my body. It does look a little funny right there. Oh, get them smile lines good, and that under eye. And always never be afraid to get some in your hair, because you do not want that circle around, especially if you got the wrong shade. And get your ears and a half a pump. I'll go ahead and take it down the neck anyway, just to better be safe than sorry. But just a little bit, you don't need much. Okay, now we're going to go in with concealer. So we're going to do, I don't know, these shades aren't even nowhere near the same. You can kind of see it. This one's a little more yellow, and this one's a little light. But this is like the lightest one in the CoverGirl, the Fair Porcelain. But the next shade up was yellower than this, and it just looked too funky against the other one. So I went with the lightest one. This one was in the shade Eggshell 325. And it was like third to lightest, I think. But I feel like this shade may be better than this shade. That one's going to be very light, maybe. But, of course, I do have this. I decided to go with a little bit of color. Of course, it says translucent fair, but more of a pigmented powder than a translucent because I like a little extra something. Whoa. So you've got your doe foot applicator, which is what I really like to use because I can just draw my little, see, look, I'm really feeling this color too. I feel like this may be, depending on how they work, as far as colors go, I think this is going to be our winner right here because this one was really a lot lighter, but then the next shade was too dark. No, it don't look terrible, but it's definitely lighter. See, that one's got more of a yellow tone in it, where this one's more, I think I would call it more neutral, I guess. May or may not be the right term. I keep wanting to go the other side. See, that one's more neutral. See, and that's got a yellowish undertone to it. Look, watch me fall in love with that one. Okay, I almost did them like that, otherwise I'm going to forget. And I like to bounce it, push it in, and then I'll take the leftovers on my lids. Okay. Still see a touch of darkness, but not very much at all. Now you can see that one's a touch bit darker. Or, I mean, yellower. What do y'all think? I feel like the L'Oreal one covered a little bit. I don't know. I feel like that kind of blended out into nothing, I want to say. Like, I can see it's lighter there, but like it don't look like I got, I don't know if it's a bad thing, it don't look like I got anything on. In a not a good way. Like it disappeared. Kind of more natural looking. Maybe, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I think I like this color instead of the yellow. However, I feel like this covered better. Okay. Well, I guess let me keep saying this. I feel like I like the neutral tone of this one instead of the yellowish tone. However, I feel like the L'Oreal one covered better than the CoverGirl. We will see. Powder. Okay, so here we have our CoverGirl True Blend Powder. The e.l.f. just came out with a new one as well. And I thought about just grabbing it, but I didn't. And then I'm kind of glad I didn't because I kind of wondered if it was going to be a little matte. And it was. Which is a good thing I didn't get it. So here she is, little compact. Here she is. Here's the back. It does come with a little puff, which I guess would be nice if I'm traveling, but I'm still going to tote my brushes anyway. A lot of people like to use these fluffy angled brushes for blush and contour. I don't. I love using it for this powder. Okay, so we are a little powdery. You can see we're a little powdery, but I don't mind. But if you mind, I would keep that in mind. So we loaded up our brush here. And I know that looks really dark, but for some reason that, I don't know. Like it's powder, I know it is, but I don't know why it looks so dark. Because I do not obviously use that dark powder, especially on this brush. Well, I guess I do for bronzer, but I don't use it on this brush. Whew, I done let that crease. Ooh. Do y'all see? Hold on a second. Look at that. Like, I know I always get a crease there, and I guess I should have blended it out before I powdered it. I waited too long. But I do not like that. Okay, hold on just a second. Let's see if we can blend this out, try again. Ooh, look up. Well, I can't look up and get my powder. It's very powdery. So it's quite a bit of fallout, which I guess is a little annoying, especially if the whole point was so you didn't get a loose powder, but I don't think there's really much way about it. Okay, that was better. Really get it under that eyeball, all the concealed area. Sometimes I'll do right here, only because of them smile lines. Try to help them stay away. And dust a lot of that extra powder, because I really do not need any powder. Okay. So, what is in my hair? God only knows. And my hair's wet, y'all. I know I'm a mess. Okay. Y'all a little closer. Now I always have like a little line, kind of if I look a certain way, but I feel like they look very extra right now. Like I always, come on, focus. Whoa, that's brightness. What is that? Okay, so I always have a little line under my eyes. I do. There's no way about it. However, it never looks this crazy. Like this looks very extra. But it's on both sides. Golly. That looks crazy. Like I said, I've always got a line there. But they look very exaggerated right now. Tried to blend them. Or that one not so much, but this one, but it's still. Wow. Don't care for that. That's not cute. Okay. So. I don't know. I do always have little lines right there. That one little line, but it looks very, like, obvious right now. Come on. Cheese. Focus. There you go. They look very exaggerated right now, so I'm not really, but this is the first impressions too. Not really a fan of that. Of course, I don't know why it was both, unless it would be the powder. But the thing is, it's a powder, so I don't really understand why it would exaggerate that crazy, like. I don't know. I don't really care for that. I don't know if it's the powder or the concealer's fault, because I thought it would be a concealer fault, or my fault, because I had didn't immediately powder after I waited a second, but it's on both sides, and I really tried to blend this side out, and they're both doing it. Of course, maybe I'm just being a little dramatic. I don't feel like they're this noticeable. Can I help you? I don't feel like they're usually, look at my little nose. There it is. Here's my little nose. I don't don't feel like they're usually this exaggerated. Oh well. I also need to show y'all my drawers because I redid my drawers. I should have videoed that and then I should have showed you how I fixed them. You're just so handsome. 25 minutes. Oh, and then that little puff. I don't know. I guess I'll put it in there for now. More than likely I'm not. What if we, hold on, let me try something. I'm not going to get any more powder, but I'm going to try to maybe blend it. See if this does anything. It did take a little off. I feel like it took some of that off. That one not so much, but I don't know. I'm gonna leave that right there. I don't think I really ever use it because I'm gonna carry all the rest of my brushes anyway. And I'm not a touch-up girl because I don't need it. I only just put it on my concealer to set it. Leave that alone. Shit. Okay, moving on. What are we gonna do now? Y'all, it's been almost 30 minutes and I haven't got my life together. This is trash. I'm just gonna do something. What is my next step? Okay, we powdered. I do look a little. It's so funny because in the camera I look really tan, and I'm not. I am white. Okay. Who's the cutest baby in the world? My cute baby. I don't think I want to use that. Ooh. I think I actually want to use my butter bronzer today. Maybe use the blush too. Even though it's kind of dark, a little dark for my taste. But if you didn't see this video, go check it out. I got the palette from, oh, what's this called? The Casey Holmes palette, but it's so big and bulky, so I wanted to get a magnetic palette to put it in. So I did a DIY because this is a really old, crappy palette, and so I took them out and cut up a magnet and magnetized them in here. Of course, obviously, it's cheap, so it's not attached, so I kind of had to make it cooperate, but it works. It doesn't leave the house anyway, so we're gonna go. I typically like to use this smaller fluffy brush because I can be in more control in where I put it, but for some reason I have the urge to use this giant fluffy brush today from Crown Brushes. I don't know why I did that on an angle. Let me get up here so you can see what's going on. I like to focus up here where it really belongs and then fade it out. And I don't know, everybody loves the butter bronzer. This has been my first experience with it, and it's okay. Like, it's pretty. I really like matte bronzers and blushes and things like that. And at the same time, I feel like, see, I don't know, maybe I need the light one, but for some reason I don't feel like it blends very well either. And see, it looks so dark. I mean, it does look kind of dark in person, but see on camera, it looks like a whole streak. But what I like to do is take this e.l.f. some kind of kabuki brush. Found it in the clearance section for like $3, and I love it because I will take it and I will blend out my stuff to blend all my blush and bronzer together, or if I applied a little too much, help blend it out. And see, that's why I like using that smaller one, because this one always gets way out of control. Ooh, but focus it right back here and then fade it down instead of having a whole big streak, because it needs to be focused back here and then blended forward. In my opinion, this is my opinion now. I know it still looks crazy on camera, but it's not as crazy on camera as it is in Wait, it's not on crazy in person as you see it right now. See, that looks crazy. It is a little crazy, but it's not as dramatic as if you're seeing it. Okay. I'm going with my big mirror here. Ooh, blend. See, I always feel like I blend and blend and blend. I should not have to blend this much. Now, the Wet n Wild one that I showed you earlier, I really like that one. Like, it's so, like effortlessly. Like, boom, boom, boom. It fluffs out. It's perfect. It blends like a dream. I really like it. But I think it looks very pretty. But for some reason, I've been wearing it. I wore it for my pictures I've had done recently. And y'all, in the pictures, my whole face looked like a Oompa Loompa. And my body was like this, white. Like, I don't understand. But the thing is, in person, it didn't look like that. Because I looked at my friend and I was just like, what? And like, what is going on? Why do I look orange? And then she's like, well, you don't look that way in person. She says, your makeup looks fantastic. And I'm like, well, why do I look orange? Like, tell me if I look orange, please, you know. Don't want to be looking crazy. She's like, no, your makeup looks fabulous. I don't know why it's looking orange on camera. I don't know. But I don't feel like it's, because I've been using this same foundation for a while. I've never noticed it to oxidize at all. And like I said, I've had this bottle for quite some time. And this was the newest thing that I've gotten, which is what I had on. And if for some reason I feel like every time I wear this, if I take pictures, I look orange. But I don't look it way in person. I know, y'all, this is taking forever. And I don't know why. This butter bronzer, people are like, oh, it blends like a dream. And y'all, I sit here and do this with this butter bronzer all the time because I feel like I can never get it to look right. Well, that's what it's going to be. I ain't even leaving the house today anyway. It doesn't really matter. And then for the blush, we're just going to use this gigantic fluffy brush. And there's, you know, that blush. This is from the Casey Holmes palette. I like to focus my blush on the apple of my cheek. And I like to tap it in. So tap it backwards and then blend it. But I do like a little bit, this is a little bit crazy, I guess. I do like a decent amount of blush. Now, nothing crazy. And you can overdo it with these. Plus, they're shimmery, which I prefer matte. But I really wanted to try the butter bronzer. And I could buy just that. Or I could buy all of this for the same price. So, I thought I'd buy it to try. So, I like to focus it on the apple of my cheek. And tap it. And start going backwards. Blending it backwards. And then blend it in. And I do like a blushy moment. Of course, some people just like a little or none. I do like blush and I like a decent amount. And then sometimes I do like a lot of blush depending on my mood. This color is not really my color and it's a little, the shiny is, I don't know, it's not that big a deal. Because it's a shiny blush. Shimmer. It's not really shimmery, it's more shiny. You can see it. But the color is a little dark, but I went a little heavy-handed today, but sometimes I like it. Not necessarily in this color, because this color can get out of control real fast. But see, you just take this big old brush, and you blend them all together, and helps fade them, and take some of the extra color away. If you got a little crazy. Looking at my face. I still feel like the L'Oreal one did better. And you know what's funny? Everyone said the CoverGirl one was better. And I think I like the coverage of the L'Oreal one because I can still see darkness over here from the other one. Look how crazy my face looks on the camera. And it looks very blended in person. I don't know. And I don't know how to tone cameras to make everything look normal. But see, I look a little crazy to y'all. I look orange. See, I look orange there in the camera. compared to, the thing is, in person I look fine. And I don't know how to fix that, but oh well. So, looking, concealer looks fine. I think I like the L'Oreal coverage better. Powder's looking okay. It actually doesn't look as powdery as normal, so I like that, how it looks more natural instead of powdery, if that makes any sense. I like how it doesn't look powdery. My skin's looking pretty good. My nose is, see, I always try to look about here because I have, like, I don't have large pores, but I have little bumps in certain areas, or some pores you can kind of see. And I was trying to look for, that's where I look when I'm looking for primer issues, but it looks great. My skin doesn't feel to be freaking out. I do look a touch powdery, but that's okay, we're gonna fix that. 40-minute video. Sorry, y'all. Okay. We're gonna take the bronzer. Okay, we're gonna take this round fluffy brush from Crown Cosmetics. Y'all, I didn't rub off the whole Crown word on here, but you can see this little round fluffy brush. And so this is real easy, especially if you're on trips and you just go in your little bronzer here. Mine's just all crumbly, and I don't know, he's not living his best life. Tap off that excess. Put him in the crease. And I don't want any shimmer on my lid today because I'm just staying home doing nothing, bored. And I don't feel like doing nothing crazy today. So we're just going to put the bronzer all over the lid and just have a matte brown look today. Ooh, Jesus. Not too much on the brush. Go under the eye with it. I'm trying to blend it out. There's so much, it's powdery, but it's not really, I don't know why mine's so crumbly. My butter bronzer is not buttery, it is powdery and crumbly the house. I need to do a little more right there. See, that looks so crazy. It looks like I just did something nuts to you. I wish I knew how to make videos the right way. I wish I was a technical person. Or not technical, but I was good with technology. But yeah, if you're on a trip, shoot, just get you some blush, bronzer, and a highlighter. That's all you need. And you can do your brown and just the brown. You can do just the pink and it matches. It's still neutral, goes with everything. Or you can do one or the other and add that shimmer right on your lid. You do not need a bunch of stuff to go traveling. You just need them 3 things. That is all you need, boo-boo. I know what I should have done. I should have got that Maybelline palette out. It feels buttery, but it's so crumbly. Y'all can see it crumbling out the corner there every time I use it. There. Why does it look so much lighter the other side? Hurry this along. Okay. So this is all you need. I don't know why this side looks so much more dramatic than that side. Of course, to y'all, everything just looks like I just put neon orange on my eyes for some reason. Okay. Come on now. Get in there, sir. What in the world? I am not having it. Today is just not going. I don't want to use that mascara. I just want to use... So I love the Lash Paradise. But on days where I'm just messing around or staying home or do something very light, I use the Wet and Wild Mega Volume Mascara. This is what I used in high school. But see, in high school, I just did mascara and then like a little eyeliner. This one's about had it. But it's fine. I'm just staying at home. Is everybody else staying at home and behaving? Because you better be. Okay. Hello? Now, obviously, this is not as dramatic and full as the Lash Paradise, but I think it does a really good job with volume and making the lashes look pretty. Now, if you want something a little more dramatic, I'd use the Lash Paradise, but for everyday, simple looks, you know, just a little bronzer or nothing, you know, just some mascara and concealer days, this looks fabulous. Because sometimes I feel like the Lash Paradise, if you just like wanted mascara and, you know, eyeliner type of day, or concealer, your eyelashes look a little like, girl, a little crazy. But if you just use this, you still get the same volumey effect. And if you're like me, like volume, you'll like this. But it's not as dramatic as the Lash Paradise. So then that way, but it still does a great job. Even though I'm pretty sure I just got it everywhere, but that's okay. Just take your, let it dry, take that Q-tip to work, girl. I ain't putting on any eyeliner. I'm just rocking it like this today. Highlighter. Let's use a Maybelline. I mean, Wet n Wild. We ain't used to Wet n Wild in a while. I got my new Laura Lee Los Angeles highlighter palette, and I haven't been using my highlighters recently. Ooh, girl. Yes, ma'am. Ooh. Wet n Wild. Like, my goodness. In the shade Golden Flower Crown. I was about to say crayon. Jesus, God bless. Okay. Yes, ma'am. And you know what? Since we did simple, let's do a little dramatic on the lips, too. I actually like to do my face twice, but I forgot about that, too. I usually spray my face before I do lips, highlight, and mascara. And then I pat it down and then do my eye. But today, we're going to do it a little different. What am I doing? We're going to go, not that one. Is that it? No, that's the shimmer one. I want the berry. We're going Laura Lee Los Angeles in Kismis. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. The berry color. That's right. Never tried this on before. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't think I've tried on a berry color before. This is a new shade for me. Okay. Feeling the good. See, it looks more red to you. But it's a berry type color, which is different for me. I like it. It is a little, I want to say patchy. Just a touch. But see, that second coat in and then just let it blend in a second. Get off them teeth. See, it took care of it. Looking good. I like it. I like this. It's bold, but at the same time, I feel like it's neutral all at the same time. All right. Oh, see, see, mine's just all, I don't know what's wrong with mine. It leaks everywhere. But the mister is great on this, and I really like it. So, and it's $10 for 2.03 ounces. See how, it's so fine mist. It's such a fine mist. It's fabulous. It's not squirting in my eyeballs. I love it. Now I like to do this after that. Getting that on there, setting spray on there, to help push my powders and blend them and melt them all together, so I don't look so powdery. Ooh, hair everywhere. See, so much better. Took a lot of that powdery away. Now I don't even look powdery. Okay. And see, I was worried because some dewy stuff, it like, you know, leaves you all slippy and sliding all over the place. And see, this doesn't do that. Or not that I've been noticing. Okay, golly, 46 minutes. Okay, y'all. Final thoughts. I think I like the primer. My face feels fine. I don't feel like I'm having any weird reaction because I do have a little bit of sensitive skin. And all of these little bumps or little pore looking things, like they look great. I do have some little breakouts, but this is, I really like how this, actually I really like how the whole thing turned out really, but I like this. I like it. Okay, concealer. We have L'Oreal on this side. We have CoverGirl on this side. I feel like the L'Oreal has a little bit more coverage. Hi Jack, what you doing? Are you cute? But the CoverGirl one's not bad. But if you want a little more coverage, I'd go with this one. However, okay, let me say this. I feel like CoverGirl looks a little more natural. So if you want full coverage but look a little bit more natural, I would go this route. If you want full coverage and you ain't worried about looking natural, I'd go this route. And if you like, that's me, full coverage all the way. Because my mom wants to be more natural. Less is more. Anyway, I don't know about that creasing. I don't know, because my eye is a little funky. I just have to play with it a little more, and I don't know really what did it. But, and actually, as far as color goes, I don't know. I'm kind of liking a little bit of the yellowish tone. Of course, that's usually what I'm used to, because the ones I've got, you have a little yellowish tone. But see, even this more neutral. I don't know. I think I'm leaning toward this side, but maybe because that's what I've been having lately instead of... I'm trying to figure out what's the best color for my concealer. Now, the CoverGirl True Blend Powder. I like the way my face looks. And the thing is, it all melted together really nice. And it doesn't look powdery. It looks very... For full coverage makeup, what I like, yes, it looks very... nice, and it's not powdery, it's not, I like it. Get up here, maybe y'all can see. I like it. I still don't know what about the creasing, but I have to play with it a little bit more. I really like this spray. Jack's crying, he needs his turn. This spray is really nice too, I like it. So, and of course I like the sponges, so. Alright y'all, that is everything. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Jack wants to say hello. Come here, baby. Good job. Alright, baby Jack, tell them goodbye. Bye, guys. Just love me, please. Where's she? Did you like it? I love you. Bye, guys. Oops, I forgot I have this thing.